I'll discuss how Agile software development can assist project managers and clients in reducing distraction and focusing on real needs. I want to discuss the Agile software development process because it has numerous benefits to organizations that need to focus on business needs. But I want to begin with customer engagement because it has the characteristic of being where we find needs, but it's also a key focus of the Agile process, so it seems like a good place to start. Customer engagement helps us identify needs, meet those needs, engage with our customers first and foremost, and ultimately create value for our customers, and by doing so, create value for ourselves. In Scrums in Agile software development, a sprint backlog is the term used for a list of current user stories. User stories are the needs, the features that need to be developed, and they're laid out in the perspective of the end user to provide the most effective and complete picture of what needs to be developed in the current sprint. A sprint is a maximum of 2 weeks, and Scrums use daily Scrum meetings during the 2 weeks where progress is briefly discussed. At the end of the sprint, what you're left with is a new set of features in a fully functional software product. Agile values are very focused on reducing noise and distraction and instead getting to the real purpose of software development, functional software. Those values aren't optional. Unless you have them or are willing to build them into your organization, Agile simply won't work for you. Agile's values include human interaction, functional, that is, working software, the customer relationship, and adapting to and even welcoming change. Agile also honors a few principles pertaining to communication. First, face-to-face meetings are mandatory because they're the single best method for sharing information. This doesn't necessarily mean that Agile cannot be used by geographically dispersed teams, but video conferencing is absolutely necessary in such scenarios. Agile also focuses on the importance of self-review with the intent of continual and ongoing improvement. The Agile process puts great emphasis on stakeholder collaboration, requiring that stakeholders be identified and engaged. Software must be working at the end of each iteration, for Agile is an iterative process. So during an iteration like a sprint, only a manageable amount of features or user stories are chosen for development. At the end of that 2 weeks, there's a working piece of software with new features. Progress is everything. And simplicity is very important in Agile. It doesn't do well in complex systems because it requires simplicity. There are four primary tools of Agile Scrum communication. First, the daily meetings, meetings that last 15 minutes and no more. Demonstrations called sprint reviews are conducted after sprints and used to demonstrate the results